Welcome back to another episode of Herdiscussions. Today we'll be discussing the reasons why society normalizes men cheating and frown upon women doing the same. Shame on them. Before we start, we have to define what is cheating. I think cheating is any time that you have sexual intercourse with another person. I was online researching other people's like definition of cheating. Some people are like, if you are talking to somebody like 5 miles or like 10 miles away or like in another country that you'll never be able to see, that means that they cheating. So I'm like, well, if you can't physically be around this person, I guess it would be emotionally cheating. But what's your take, Chandra?
I think it is a such thing as emotionally cheating. I don't think it just has to be sexual or physical. I think you can cheat emotionally because you grow attachment and feelings with people. To
So
me,
is
that's
sexting
cheating.
off limits? Sexting, is that off limits?
Sexting,
Yeah.
yes, sexting is off
Okay,
limits.
so is it considered a form of cheating?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just asking because some people don't cheating. I'm just asking. Tierra, what you think?
I don't know. I'm like, cause I'm with you. Like, I always thought that cheating would mean like you have to like physically touch somebody, whether it's kissing or like touching. I always feel like it has to be like a physical alter. You know what I'm saying? A physical touch or whatever. But I guess my last relationship, like it was different because he was one of the ones who specific stuff too with like cheating. Texting was cheating. Smiling another man was cheating. So it was kind of like different. I'm like, people actually think that that's cheating. I had never been used to that because I guess I'm just so open with trust, I guess, because I never looked at like a guy who I dealt with if he was texting somebody like he was cheating or something like that. I guess I don't know. I don't look at it like that. I guess I'm too secure with myself to worry about the small things. Now, if you touch somebody, then you might have a problem.
So if they on the other side of the country, Chandra, and he's like texting her.
What are those text messages saying? I will have to read the messages.
If
it's, oh, I miss you and I hope that we can meet one day, or I think I'm falling in love with you and all of this stuff. Like, to me, that's cheating. Anytime that you build an emotional bond with someone, like that's deep. That's deeper than you having a physical bond with someone, to me. Like when you can emotionally fall in love and fall for someone without even having any physical contact, like that's deep. You know, if my man get to that point with a woman, I'm gonna be upset. I'm like, wait, hold the hell on. How you love her? You ain't touched her, you ain't did nothing. You just really love this woman. Like, I just like if it's a friend, then fine. Like, but if it's somebody like if it's just a random woman that he's texting every day, like that, the way that he would text me, like when we were first talking or first met, then I have an issue with that. I guess I will have to see the messages and see what the conversation is. Not that I'm gonna be on his back like, oh, who you texting? What you doing? To me, certain things classify as cheating.
That's the reason why society says that, okay, men, when they cheat, they don't cheat emotionally. But women, when they cheat emotionally. So it's a big difference because a man may be able to talk to a woman 50 miles away and never think nothing of it, or watch porn and not think nothing of it. You can't see that. So you're saying that if you talking to this girl on the other side of town, that's all cheating emotionally. But do you think that you're emotionally attached to another person?
I think that people, like a lot of people claim that men have a higher sex drive than women. And women, they think that women only have sex when they're emotionally attached. So I think that's where they get that from. Like women, once a woman sleep with someone, she has an emotional attachment with that man. So they think, okay, that's a problem because you're not just cheating to get sex. You cheating because you're emotionally attached. And they feel as though men cheat just because, okay, they want to, feel something new. They want to get their rocks off, whatever you want to call it. And it's no emotions attached to it. And I'm saying, like, when you texting a woman, you constantly talking to her and all of that stuff, that can be cheating as well. It doesn't have to just be physical because it goes back to like what I was saying, like they think, oh, when men cheat, when men are physical with women, it doesn't matter because he was just trying to have sex with her. But I think it's even deeper when a man is, talking to her every day and doing this and just doing the small things as well. Does that make sense? Y'all get what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I mean that matters. And that was the main thing with him. That was the same thing he used to preach to me or whatever about it. I was like, well, what's that? Like,
Mhm.
it's a text message, and then he ended up breaking it down to me, and with him explaining it from a man's perspective, I understood it more, and I started to respect it.
So I guess the next question is: have y'all ever cheated? Cheaters.
I
Based
don't
on the
even.
definition y'all gave of cheating,
Well,
have y'all ever done it?
text.
Based on the definition y'all gave of cheating, have y'all ever cheated?
Yes.
Interesting.
So I've texted. That's what I'm saying. Like, I've done this before. I've texted before. I never thought of like an issue. Like, texting someone was an issue. It took for somebody like my ex to like literally sit me down and tell me and explain to me why that was wrong. So up until him, like I wouldn't do it no more. It's more like a respect thing now. I feel like it's kind of, I have to respect relationships.
I ain't never cheated on no school test.
School test?
My
We ain't talking about that.
I'm just saying I'm not a cheater. But with my definition, I mean, to be honest, yeah, from my definition, but not on a physical thing, like emotionally.
No,
I feel like
we ain't trying to hear that.
You're trying to swing
physical part out.
emotionally, I've probably cheated not emotionally. Let me just say, well, yeah, emotionally. Because I'm telling you, after you talk to someone for so long and you open it up to them, you become emotionally involved with them. You grow that emotional attachment, and you don't purposely do it. It just kind of happens because you're talking to them all the time.
So you cheated.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's cheating. I would say I was
cheating. So for me to do it,
I was
cheating.
naive. I was vulnerable. And at the time I probably wasn't getting what I need emotionally from that person.
That's how the cheating starts. That's how it starts. So
but I wasn't about to do nothing physical with that other person. You know what I'm saying? It was just like,
but that's where it starts though, because you're vulnerable. So you're seeking, advice and listening to the opposite sex. So you're vulnerable. That's where most of cheating begins. When if you dealing with a work person and you having problems at home and you got to go to work and you got to talk to this person and he explaining to you how you know what I'm saying, that's how it most of the time starts with you being vulnerable. So you was halfway there. No, it's funny.
No, I wasn't halfway there. I was just trying to converse. I was just trying to converse, get my feelings out there and stuff like that. But, I mean, like I said, under my definition, I guess I have cheated before. But that's before I knew that was cheating.
When did you find out it was called cheating?
At first I thought it was just a friendship. But as I got older and I started thinking about, wait, what I want him doing is, and it's just I had to learn that that's cheating too.
Okay.
What about you, Trina?
All right, you ain't gonna answer the question.
Okay. Well, at that time we weren't on. Like, okay, so I can have these relationships where we're off and on, and it's toxic. I don't do that anymore. That was my past life. But in the past, I had these I don't get in relationships now for that reason, because I don't want that. I don't want all that. I figured if we're not going towards marriage, then you're going to be right over here in the friend zone. So I don't have to worry about that anymore. I dodged that bullet. But in my past, we would get into like an argument and then we'd be like, it's over. So I had a clear slate each time. I mean, because once it's over, if we over on Sunday and pick back up on Monday, Sunday we was over.
But if you knew in your heart that y'all wasn't really over, then
I didn't know. I can't follow my heart. I didn't know that, and I can't follow my heart. I can't follow my heart. It lies.
So did you already have somebody on the bench?
I wouldn't call it a bench because I don't play basketball.
Did you already have somebody else on the other side?
No, it just so happened they was there at the right time.
That you already knew? So you had a backup.
It wasn't a backup. We was just having a good time. I was like, I'm broken up today. Relationship today, you caught me on a good day.
I'm single again, back on the
Single
prowl.
again, back. And sometimes we would be broken up for like, sometimes we wouldn't be in a relationship
Oh, you
for like
caught me on a good day.
3 days. So that's 3 days I'm single. Like, I mean, when you're dealing with certain situations, I couldn't tell if we was up or down or around. So I mean, he had to send me an email and tell me, are we back together or not at this point? So I was just doing what any other single person would do.
You know, men be trying to break up on Fridays. They
Yeah.
can be single on the weekends.
Mhm.
You got to get cute, play your Beyonce, then you like, shit, I'm about to go out too.
He's been acting up, but he won't be the only one.
I ain't about to sit up in here and be crying
Sit
about
in this
this.
damn house.
All right, ladies. So our next question is, why do you think society normalizes men cheating, but then they frown upon women doing the same? They frown upon women doing it because they believe that women, like Chandra had said previously, they believe that we're going to have an emotional connection to somebody. Like they don't trust us with our own bodies and our own feelings and our emotions. And they think that we don't have rights and we don't like act on our own. So I think that's why.
Yeah, men definitely are the reason why. I would say because from the beginning of time, men have been like in control of things. So they put such a high standard on women to uphold, and they don't have to uphold it. So it's like if a woman cheats, then oh, she's a whore, she's dirty, she's shameful. We're gonna bash her, this and this and that. And if they cheat, then it's just normal. And like a woman cheating doesn't always have to be that she's emotionally connected with that man. She can just want to be, physical with him at the moment. So it could, I mean, with women, it can be just a sex thing too. I mean, I think at the end of the day, cheating, whether it's from a man or a woman, is a bad thing. I think people should be more honest if you're not happy in a relationship. But I don't know. I mean, I just think that men set it up that way to try to make women feel bad if they do happen to cheat. Sometimes people do it. And because you have a lot of people that say, well, they expect all men to cheat. Like you sometimes hear people say, like, all men gonna cheat. It's like, no, all men don't cheat and all men don't have to cheat. So I don't know.
Haven't cheated?
Huh?
Do you know any men that haven't cheated?
Yeah, I know some that haven't cheated.
You name me one.
I mean, you're not gonna know the person that I name.
I'm just saying, you said that not all men do it. I just want to know a name, just so I can have a little hope.
It's some people that
throw a letter out there.
I could throw. Let me see.
It's hard. It's hard for you to find somebody right now.
It's not hard because
she's trying to save. She's gonna try to save Russell Wilson watch.
It's some men that don't cheat.
Okay, can you name one?
I don't know if I know any. I'm sitting here trying to go through my mind. Like, do I know some that don't cheat? Don't get me on here to lie. I'm sure it's some men that don't cheat.
Okay, well,
girl, I'm going through all of my.
Your Rolodex. You going through the whole Rolodex. You can't think of nobody that ain't cheated. I think men are not held to the same standard as women. Like you said, we are looked at, we frown upon when we want to cheat. Like I said, it's as if we can't control our own bodies. They think that they are still in control of our bodies and what we do with it. And I think that they should stop. Like women, we choose to do whatever we want to do. And just because a man cheats more than women cheat. And if somebody out there can find me statistics to say women cheat more, well, that's because we're not being satisfied. And I don't think men would ever find out if a woman cheated, honestly. We always find out that men cheat. Men are not that, they're not private detectives like we are. We have private eye. Like, we pay attention to every single detail. Like, when you come in the house and you all acting weird, you didn't do what you did yesterday, I always say, you got to do the same thing with me, because I be like, what's going on with you today? And then it's another thing, ladies, watch out for this. That phone, they have it way up here. You be like, dang, put it down. You got a text like this. They be like, huh? Yeah. Yeah. You like, who you texting? What you doing?
Right.
Then they try to flip it over upside down. Like, turn your phone upside up.
This
turn
shit
it up right. Turn it up right. Why you trying to sit in my face there on the table?
We can read a text message in 5 seconds. As soon as it pop up, we
right. Our eyes looking over.
Right. We done read the whole message.
Right. And one little look like,
They still trying to figure it out. I'm like, I already done read it.
And don't let it be a what's called a number, because you can get a number that is not saved.
Oh yeah, they don't save numbers these days, I hear.
But you'll remember the last 4 of those digits. Like, hold up, because that number texted him yesterday, last night.
The last 4 digits, I remember the whole number.
Man, that's how you got to. You got to be
remember
slick
the whole
with it.
number. The whole
man. I'll be trying to get to the damn pen. I gotta get to the damn pen and paper. Shit.
So do you confront him? I think, okay, so maybe because I've been in relationships for a long time. I don't think I went into like a relationship and went like 100% hard for that relationship. Never. Because those people, I never thought that we would ever get married. So I always feel like when you marry, then you got more stricter rules and policies. But when I'm in relationships, I'm just in relationships. That's why I don't get in them anymore, because word on the street is you're supposed to take them very seriously. And
that's how you get to the marriage part. Like, you take the relationship seriously, and then y'all decide y'all about to get married.
But what if you go in and you know you're not going to marry that person?
Well, don't do that, because you're wasting their time.
Right.
You could be blocking somebody's blessing.
You wasting their time. Let them go find a real wife.
You know how I feel about
looking for a real wife, or they lying to themselves. I know when people are lying to themselves.
But if you're looking for a good time, just say you're looking for a good time. Don't do a relationship.
That's so unladylike for you to even say about me.
I'm just saying, like, if you don't want to have a relationship,
a good time.
To the person you don't want to have a relationship. That's all.
In relationships, you're not supposed to cheat, right?
No.
If you're not happy, you're supposed to end that relationship.
I think when you get the age that we are now, like, you know what cheating is, and you know what's classified as cheating. And if it's something that you wouldn't want the person that you're in a relationship to do to you, then don't do it to them. That's how I look at it. Like, if I wouldn't want my man to do it, I don't need to do that to him.
And you just figured that out because you said before you would seek attention elsewhere.
Before I was, you know what? I probably was seeking attention because I felt like I wasn't getting attention from that individual that I truly wanted attention from. But, you know, I was young, I was naive, and sometimes I did things, you know, sometimes you act out. Even as a child, you act out to get attention that you've been desperately wanting.
Well, I guess I'm learning that you should be more intentional, which I have been more intentional. That's why I haven't did none of that, like written or nothing. Because I don't feel like anybody is really worth that at this present time. So
I'm not the one who be going into like the phone stuff though. Like I can play along and joke along with it, but I ain't down to touch no man phone. And I don't be wanting to do that because I don't.
You don't do it because you don't want them to go through your phone.
She wants them to stay out of her phone, so she gonna stay out of their phone.
Everybody say they lanes around here. Okay,
everybody leave everybody's phones alone.
Leave everybody. No, I haven't touched the phone in a long time. Now I can't say that I ain't been on a date like last year, and I'm like kind of like glance over just because. I mean, just forget.
That's different. Like I you know that's different. But just like I'm not one of them girls. Like I be seeing it like on like Facebook and stuff like that. And it, like they'll be like, "Oh, he left the phone in the car. Let's go to the phone." You know, like I'm not. Listen,
yeah, they said don't go looking for something that you don't want to find. So
okay, never.
I ain't trying to find that, so I'm gonna leave your phone alone.
Never.
So how long does it take
right next to me?
So how long does it take for you to say, okay, since we're not getting married, let's just end the relationship, or do you stick around for a little while longer, or do you even want to be married?
They gotta talk about it. That's like something that you both have to come up with. And if y'all come to terms that y'all no longer happy anymore, then I mean, I think two grown-ups will be able to, you know, walk away from it.
Yeah, I've done it. I've been successful at walking away. Sometimes
I don't think it's a time frame. It's just whenever your heart ain't in it no more.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel, turn on that notification bell so that you never miss the upload. And our quote for this week is, drum roll, please. Cheating has become so normalized in society that people act like loyalty is something to be proud of when it should be the standard. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Bye.
You can't get this out of your mind. He say he like that laffy, it's so goofy.